But yeah, man. Asia Wilson, man, commanded $19.
Caitlin Clark doesn't just move the needle, she is the needle. And if you need any more proof of that, the Indiana Fever exhibition game sold out in just about 30 minutes.
However, Asia Wilson is charging $19, dude. If you need further evidence that Caitlin Clark is the needle, consider the fact that the Indiana Fever exhibition game sold out in roughly 30 minutes.
This, by the way, is driving Asia Wilson fans nuts. They're furious that this is happening on the same day. Why are they doing this? Oh my God, don't they realize the impact of Asia Wilson? Blah, blah. What impact? Stop it.
When the Indiana Fever's preseason game sold out in less than an hour, Asia Wilson and the Las Vegas Aces received a harsh wake-up call. And let's just say, it's not nice. Asia and her squad are essentially giving away tickets like they're giving away free drink coupons. Not only is Caitlin Clark outdrawing the WNBA's supposedly best player, but she's also making the current MVP appear unimportant. Did Wilson fail to remind everyone of her existence by group text? Did a complimentary brunch distract the AC's marketing staff too much? Whatever the reason, someone ought to give Vegas front desk a call because they might need Clark just to pack the arena, which is infuriating Asia Wilson.
But yeah, it's a big situation again. Like Caitlin Clark selling out Iowa, sold out a preseason game. People saying it sold out in 40 minutes. This is within 20 minutes. Like obviously you couldn't get onto the damn website. It's sold out. You could have been trying to refreshing the page and not got tickets. Most of the time, it officially sold out in 40 minutes, but like realistically, it almost crashed the website.
In the meantime, fans of Mayhem Fever in Indiana are going to all lengths, including camping overnight, to catch a peek of Caitlin Clark during a preseason game at the University of Iowa. Not only did Clark's former haunt sell out, but it also caused ticket prices to skyrocket, with seats fetching thousands of dollars on resale websites. The least expensive ticket available is between $4 and $500, which is $500,000, to watch Clark warm up before the real season begins. Fans are treating this as though it were the 7th game of the WNBA Finals.
The Las Vegas Aces. So, let me see how much it's gonna bust my pockets to go see the Aces in their first preseason game, man. $19, jeez Christ, Jesus, please, man.
The contract.
At this rate, the Aces might as well start offering buy one get one free deals just to fill a few rows. You would think that a team full of MVPs, All-Stars, and Olympians wouldn't have to beg people to show up. But it's embarrassing that the so-called powerhouse of the WNBA can't even get people to shell out a meager $19 for a ticket. That's less than what you'd spend on a meal at a mid-tier restaurant.
I want to point that out. As an Indiana Fever fan, I mean, there are people who are willing to pay all kinds of money to get tickets. There are people who are buying merch, off like flying off the shelves, basketball, all kinds of stuff. And they're begging to buy that shoe. That's why I said, Nike, I don't know what the deal is. I'm not into the contract or anything like that. They got something, whatever their agreement is, that's their agreement. I'm saying, though, when that shoe shows up, they better prepare and be ready.
In Indiana, the disparity is striking. The truth is that demand is more important than ticket prices. People are willing to pay anything to be in the building for Clark, and the Aces are fervently hoping that someone will choose to see their historic team. People are vying for the opportunity to sit in the nose beds just to watch Clark's debut in Vegas. You could arrive late, grab some nachos, and still have your pick of premium seats.
Remember, fans are for real Indiana Fever fans, and they buy tickets. They sell out arenas, home and away. They buy merch.
Let's have a look at this. 2 courtside Fever tickets for a preseason game might be sold for enough money to pay for a round-trip ticket to Vegas, a luxurious hotel stay, and a pricey steak supper, with money left over to purchase Aces tickets and still have money in your pocket. That's how absurd this gap is. As the Aces struggle to distribute seats like it's a charity, Indiana Fever supporters aren't just thrilled. They're a part of a movement.
They're sold out, so I really don't know what they're gonna do about this. I guess it's just kind of like one of those missed opportunities, and you know, a lot of people are saying they need to move this to a stadium because there's no doubt in Iowa, if you move this to a stadium, it would be sold out.
Not only did Caitlin Clark join the WNBA, but she also utterly upended the league structure. The Fever, a team that had been essentially unknown for years, is suddenly the most popular basketball show, and the Aces, well, they just had a sobering reminder that banners don't always sell tickets. Vegas would be better off hoping they don't fall behind since Clark is the future.
Did you see how many people showed up to watch Caitlin Clark play golf? With actual attention, economics at play, Caitlin's participation in any league has an existential bearing. Nobody outside of Asia herself cares about whether Asia shows up.
A'ja Wilson and the Las Vegas Aces can try all they want to control the damage, but the numbers don't lie. There isn't any hype. Some will argue that it's a market problem, saying that Vegas has too many entertainment options, but let's face it, Indiana isn't exactly Times Square, but the Fever are selling out games at record speed, and the Aces are essentially giving away tickets like free samples at a grocery store. Two-time champions with a ton of talent, but their tickets are collecting dust in the bargain bin, which is an interest issue rather than a market issue.
That's crazy because literally nobody asked, and sources close to A'ja Wilson decided to answer anyway.
Wilson, A'ja, while Kay Clark, fresh off a historic rookie season, has the entire world watching her every move. The Fever stock is skyrocketing, and the Aces are becoming less and less relevant every day. The league's so-called face can't even draw enough fans to break even on a typical dinner bill. People are lining up and paying top price to see Caitlin Clark perform, whether it's Jackie Young or Wilson dominant.
I'm gonna go out there and I'm gonna try to be the best. I get y'all saying best player in the world. That's great, it looks great. But I wanna be the best person. I wanna be the best teammate, because that's how I get the best out of my team.
Furthermore, it's not even fair. The Caitlin Clark effect is undeniable, and A'ja Wilson and the Aces will simply have to cope with it. When was the last time you saw courtside seats for a reigning MVP selling for less than $20? That's unheard of. Meanwhile, Clark's games sell out in minutes, and the resale market is booming like a Super Bowl ticket.
Because Indiana Fever fans support, not just by running their mouth or running their fingers, they actually do something. And those who may not be able to afford it, they want to do something. And so this is just me saying, way to go, Fever fans. And we love, listen, remember how it was like nobody wants to go play in Indiana? Nobody wants to play with Caitlin Clark. Those fans. And we came to find out when free agency showed up, everybody wanted to go to Indiana and play for the Indiana Fever and play with Caitlin Clark, and when they got here started praising the fans.
Consider it. While A'ja Wilson is having trouble packing an arena like it's open mic night at a coffee shop, some are questioning whether Caitlin Clark is altering the game. The Aces believed they were the WNBA's sexiest team until Clark showed along, and then the entire league changed course.
Shouldn't be surprised, and yet I'm still surprised because Indiana Fever preseason, not even like preseason, exhibition game where the Indiana Fever are going to play the Brazilian national team at Cover Hockey Arena, Caitlin's college facility, sold out. They went on sale this morning at 9 a.m. for Fever season ticket holders, Iowa donors, and Iowa season ticket holders for women's basketball. And then general admission was supposed to go on sale tomorrow at 9 a.m. I'm hearing rumblings of like maybe scalpers got in, like the secondary market is already crazy, but it was sold out and a bunch of season ticket holders couldn't even get their tickets. Iowa women's basketball posted this on their Instagram and on their Facebook just a few minutes ago that, hey, it's already sold out. No point in trying to get tickets tomorrow for the general public because you can't.
There are levels to this, and Caitlin Clark is demonstrating that she is in a league of her own. The WNBA's future has arrived, and the Aces fans love to pull off the back-to-back champions card. But the real question is, what's the point of being a dominant team if no one is watching? You could walk into an Aces game 5 minutes before tip-off and still get a front-row seat like it's a clearance sale. Meanwhile, trying to get a ticket to see Caitlin Clark play is like trying to get front-row seats to a Beyoncé concert. Gone in seconds.
Another thing that we've seen jump so much this season in the WNBA is merch sales. There was a report that came out from the boardroom saying that since the start of the regular season, sales of WNBA merchandise are up over 500% versus the same period last year, with fan gear sales over the first half of the season at the highest in league history. Player-specific merchandise, including jerseys and t-shirts, have seen a staggering 1,000% increase in sales. Additionally, sales of league-specific merchandise like the popular orange WNBA hoodie are also up 200%.
In addition to playing basketball, Clark is transforming the entire sports scene. People who had never seen a WNBA game before are now buying jerseys, waiting in line for tickets, and packing arenas they were unaware existed. Meanwhile, A'ja Wilson's games have the energy of a midweek high school scrimmage, with half of the seats empty and concession stands selling 2 for 1 popcorn. Fans of ASUS can shout about disrespect all they want, but ticket sales would indicate that there was a real desire.
Top-selling WNBA player merch: Caitlin Clark, #1 in jersey sales, Angel Reese 2, Sabrina 3, Kate Martin 4. We talked about this earlier in the season. I feel sad that Kate Martin also hasn't gotten as much playing time the second half of the season. I feel like she deserves more. And then #5 on the list is A'ja Wilson.
This is how we should put it. Even though the 2-time defending champions can't give away tickets quickly enough, Caitlin Clark could announce a random pickup game at a rec center, and fans would be gathered outside like it was Black Friday. It's funny that people still attempt to minimize Clark's influence when the evidence keeps mounting through ticket sales. While the main stories coming out of Vegas aren't about their success on the court, but rather the most recent drama from the locker room priorities, TV numbers are setting records, and the hype is unparalleled.
#1 topic in sports: the face of the WNBA, Caitlin Clark. Every time this woman steps on the court, she's doing something that we've never seen before. She is officially the face of the league. There's no doubt about it. The numbers don't lie, whether it's viewership, whether it's ticket attendance. She's doing sold out days.
And let's not even discuss the sales of jerseys. Last season, Clark's jersey not only sold the best in the WNBA, but also outsold certain NBA players. Wilson, who is seated in 5th place, is presumably hoping that someone will buy hers with a Happy Meal combo. The reality is straightforward. Everyone came to witness the true star, and the spectators don't let the numbers deceive them. Clark is the main event, and the Aces are only the undercard battle. They may receive some applause. Don't lie, there is no denying the influence. The fact that Caitlin Clark is taken over must be accepted by some. Although A'ja Wilson is the undisputed face of the WNBA and has won 3 MVP awards and 2 championships, why can't her team sell out a preseason game with tickets that cost less than a gas station snack? Meanwhile, Caitlin Clark has fans paying hundreds or even thousands of dollars just to sit in the building. This isn't just hype. In reality, Clark isn't just winning games. She's elevating the league in ways that no player before her has, and every arena she enters is packed with standing room only, and resale ticket prices are skyrocketing. In real time, she is actively changing the WNBA.
Be great for you guys. No offense, but I want to be great for my team. I want to be great for this franchise. It is hard as shit. It is hard as shit because there's tons of people that want to break you down. Great teams in this league that are going to try to come after you every single night. But when it comes to taking accountability, I have no problem in that because I want to be great. I want to be great for my teammates. So yes, it can start in practice. Yes, it starts in training camp. Yes, it starts in the wins and the losses. But I'm not going to stop. I'm going to continue to challenge myself and my teammates every single day. Because when you're talking about greatness, it starts with consistency.
And then there's A'ja and the Aces. Where's the excitement? Where's the energy? Where's the so-called superstardom that everyone is talking about? Let's face it, Las Vegas is a city designed for entertainment, and there are tourists everywhere who are always looking for something to do. Filling a small arena should be the easiest thing in the world, especially when tickets are less expensive than a bad hand at blackjack, but cricket still can't get people through the doors, even with championship banners hanging from the rafters. What does that tell you?
It starts with me, and it's going to always be with me because I have 11 other women in that locker room that I need to pull greatness out of. So that's where it goes from. If it's talking more, is it trying to fly on the court, is it being a defensive presence? I'm going to be that every single day for my team because I want them to be great. Not just for rings and banners, because I know the potential that we have in our locker room. So
perhaps no one really cares about AC's dynasty outside of their own fan base. Or perhaps Asia Wilson isn't as appealing as she thinks she is, but you know who is when Caitlin Clark sneezes, ESPN reports it. When she blinks, social media erupts. The WNBA's ticket sales, merchandise sales, and TV ratings all rise, and Clark is the single thing that unites them all.